Hello friends, and welcome to our channel, Mornings at Sunrise Cottage. My name is Vicki and I'm here with Neil, and today we're going to take you to a vendor's mall. Now it doesn't look much on the outside, but I found some really cool things in here. I hope you enjoy our little trip to the vendor's mall. Well, here you're going to see some plates, and I thought those were real pretty apple plates for people who collect that, and a lot of people collect apple dishes. And then I saw this plate, and I'm not sure what it was, but it was real pretty. And I love like pie dishes. So this was a pecan pie dish. It was a vintage one, and it was just $9.99. But here is something that I really like, and in fact my dad got me one of these many years ago, and Neil put it up in our yard, and we could even ring it at dinner time. And this is an old saw blade, but actually it's not. It was huge, and it was from a sawmill. And I know this because my dad ran a sawmill, so we have some of those. And I like that little lamp. I've seen these in Amish country, and I think those are very, very cute little lamps. And here was some of the other things that they had there. And I am thinking that may be a lobster trap or something, but I'm really not sure. If anyone knows, leave it in the comments. And I had to go back and get another picture of this because it also had the little thing behind it, and I wanted to make sure to point that out. And this is what it is held on to the post by. They had lots of baskets there. And these are the tobacco baskets that they have at so many of the antique stores. And I took this picture because I like that chalkboard there. I always like to have one of those up in my house, and it's the way I keep track of things. And then this was something that I hadn't seen before. It was like band hats. And look at this, Elvis Presley Boulevard. Someone must have been to Memphis. And then here was a serving bowl, a silver bowl, sterling silver rather. And then this is an old-time coffee container, I think, because I remember my mother having one of these. I like this two-tiered table. It says it was from India, and it was $120. Now this scale was only $15, so I thought that was a really good price for that. A lot of people use different types of scales as decor. And here was your typical red truck, the metal truck. It's not antique, but it sure is pretty. And now I think that this car possibly was an antique. I'm not sure. I am really not into cars and trucks and that kind of thing, but I think this was an antique car. And I think this one may have been. I'm not sure. If anyone that watches this knows, let us know in the comments. Now here is the green glassware that I'm seeing that seems to be getting more and more popular lately. This would be good to use in your kitchen for sugar or tea or whatever. And I took this picture because I just thought that was a really cute covered wagon. It was $45. There was some old-time tools. And you all, this is what really caught my eye. I bought this. I loved this strawberry pie pan. And I'm going to use that as part of my decor in the spring. And this was a cute vintage duck casserole dish. And they had a lot of these figurines. I didn't take time to look at those and check to see if they were expensive or collectible or not. And they had a lot of things with Campbell's soup if you happen to collect that. Now this was a really cute little thing. It was really miniature, and it was a miniature porch swing. I'm not exactly sure why you would use that, but I thought it was interesting. And look at this old man with the plow. He's plowing his garden. And I sure have seen a lot of people plow their garden like that. And I like these. There's two of these, and I kind of videoed both of them. These are vinyl placemats. And I thought they would be cute framed if you like that kind of thing. And they are definitely antique. And this was just a little box that came from a soap company. I thought this would be good for Christmas, and I actually hadn't seen that before. And I thought I'd take a few pictures of furniture. And here was an old door that was in good shape. And I like this cabinet. And someone had handmade this set of, it had one large and 3 pumpkins they'd made out of material. And I think it was like $25. I can read it there. And I like that cloche. And look at this cute pillow of the dog. What a cute pillow. Now here is something that I really like. They had 2 of these chairs, and I think someone had refinished those, and they had a great, this was my favorite booth in the entire store. They had a great price on those. I would like to actually go back and get those. And they had some of the cutest little tables, and I think this one was like $19.99, and they were painted whale, and there were 2 of those, but they were not matching. There's the other one, and they were so cute. But the person that had this booth had really worked to make their booth look attractive. It was just my favorite booth in the whole vendor's mall. Look at that, a kerchief for your dog. And there was a lot of nice things here too. Look at that lamp over there. And I like the signs they had there. And I love this big old, I guess that's a chest. Or maybe a chifforobe, I'm not sure. And then I'm always looking for some inexpensive drawers from sewing machines. And you can't hardly find them ever. I've never really found them at a price I wanted to pay for them. Now this was a great booth. It had a drum set in it. It must have been from someone who was in a band. And this was in it too, the Ole Miss, and I know this is a very old suitcase because my dad had one of those. And these were stage lights, we think. And then near this there are two of those guitars. There's the black one and the blue one. I don't know anything about music, so I don't know if those are really good or not. And then in this booth, it had a couple of seats made. They'd use the backs of two chairs and put a seat in them. There's several in here. And this is like an old-time desk that people used a long time ago. And I don't know if it's actually antique or if it is just someone has made one to look antique. Here's another one of the chairs. I thought those look really good. Look at those flowers. I'd say those are decoupaged on there. And then here was a really pretty picture. It's really, really old. And it says Sweet Whale on it. And here was a picnic basket. And I know a lot of people like to decorate with picnic baskets in their house. Now here was something I hadn't seen before. I've seen those potato bins, but I've never seen a kindling bin. And here was a real pretty picture that was there. And I could imagine that someone got flowers in this when they had just had a baby. Here was some furniture that someone had worked on. And it was unusual and they redid it in a different manner. I thought this was a nice set of dishes here, like the casserole bowl. I thought that was real pretty. And this is a set of dishes like my grandma had when I was little, but you know, I've never seen a salt and pepper shaker like that. And I think that this is a pheasant or maybe a pheasant. I'm not sure. If anyone knows, let me know. But I thought this was real pretty. Especially for fall time. And they had some pretty copper ware there, and so I wanted to make sure I put some of that in here because a lot of people collect copper and brass. And here was some coffee, and I guess that's a teapot back there maybe. And I tried to get a little closer up on that copper teapot. Here was some more. I think that's brass there. They had some candlesticks and different things. And there's a little pig with wings. There was a planter. And also several of the apple items, I guess like a cookie jar or something. And this would be good to use at Christmas with different candies in it or something like that. And there's the brass rooster. And this brass bowl was just, copper bowl. This copper bowl was so pretty, I thought. Then here's some old vintage green glass. I guess that'd been a maple jug. And I like that little pumpkin. Then notice that recipe card collection from Campbell's Soup there. And a light, a lantern. And then a lot of people collect these back in the back, the red Here's some more of the green glass. Now this one wasn't for sale. They had just put that up in their booth. And these were vintage tins, like an old cinnamon can. Now, I really don't think these are vintage. They're just like little canisters. And here was a little doll bed, and it was vintage. And that was just $9.98, so that would be cute for a little girl. And this plate, it says it's from 1989, and it was the President George H.W. Bush inauguration. That's when they sold those. And I love this duck here, this casserole dish. I will probably never use it, but I really thought it looked good. And there were some urns there. And I think cheese came in this. May have been something else, but I believe I remember cheese being in those at one time. And here was a wooden star, and I thought I would get a picture of that for you. And how many of you remember using these vintage ice trays? I sure do. And this was some more wreaths, and I thought I would put these on here for you. Maybe give you some ideas if you make wreaths, or what you might look for. Some more things for this season of the year. And there was a nice old light fixture, a lamp. And these were nice shoes here too. And there was a little sleigh with some, it looked like antique alphabet blocks in that. And I like these gingerbread men. I thought the gingerbread men were really cute. And I thought about decorating with gingerbread men this year. And isn't that sweet? A mama and her baby. And here was a train. Now this was something that was really unique. It's a business machine, it says on it, but I have never seen anything like that. Have you all? I mean, that was humongous. I can't imagine, that's an Underwood brand. I can't imagine what they use that for. And here was a kitchen prayer that I thought I would put on here. And here's some more copper. I really like that little copper coffee pot. Do you all like that? And a cornucopia, which is nice for this time of the year. Friends, I really appreciate you all watching our channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe today and hit the like button. That really helps our channel to grow. And may God bless you and your family this week. And we will see you again next Tuesday. And we finally got our porch finished tonight at 10 o'clock. And so we will be revealing that next week. Until next Tuesday, bye friends.